Good evening, I'm Dagan McDowell.
And I'm Sean Duffy. Welcome to The Bottom Line.
What I try to tell you, this country, you got to make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power.
And once you have the power, you rule American politics. The hard-working, ass-busting American voter does not matter. At least that's what the elite in this country think.
We still have over 9 months until the election, and look at what we've seen so far. The liberal media is doing everything they can to shield Americans from the leading Republican candidate. They did it after Iowa and again last night after New Hampshire was called for Donald Trump. Both CNN and MSNBC cut away from his victory speech.
This is a decision that we revisit constantly and that we will revisit constantly. But tonight, we're expecting Trump to speak momentarily. We are going to go to those remarks to see how he uses this moment, at least at first. We'll see how it goes. Again, this is a decision that is one that we consider to be an open-ended, live decision.
Former President Trump giving the mic to a second person in his victory celebration. Let's bring in Daniel Dale because I heard at least 2 or 3 things that need fact-checking.
It's not just the itty-bitty, highfalutin, haughty media trying to sway public opinion of Trump. Follow the money. First, big donors threw their cash at DeSantis, then Tim Scott. As both men showed they didn't have what it takes to get to the top of the ticket. The billionaires became cheerleaders, money men for their new honey, Nikki Haley. And if she loses, well, she did last night, they're not guaranteed to shift their resources to Trump.
I hate to tell you this, I'm going to support Trump. Although I will support him, I will still not give him any money. I won't give him a nickel.
So it begs the question, if you're a Republican with big cash, why not help the cause? Let's bring in former Michigan gubernatorial candidate and host of the Tudor Dixon podcast. It's Tudor Dixon herself. Tudor, good to see you. Thanks for joining us live and in person. So the media doesn't want to show Donald Trump. I think they're afraid of what he has to say, and their viewers might actually like his message. But also you have big traditional Republican donors that aren't wanting to give to him. How does he get around the media and the donors and win an election?
That's the best part, is that people keep saying, how does he keep living? He's like the cat with 9 lives. It's because the country has decided this is the man that they want. The Republican base is like, I'll give my $10 a month. I'll keep giving. And the billionaires are going, how is this happening? But I love the part about the media because it reminds me so much of 2016 when all of their faces went, we stopped the brainwash, we stopped the control. How did we lose control? Now they're like, we will get control. We won't let people see what he says. And that's even better because people are going to research and find out what he says.
But it's really frightening, though, at the very beginning of this election cycle that the itty-bitty media are beginning to pull this. But Nikki Haley speaking of the big money donors, and they've tried to promote even Glenn Youngkin. They couldn't shut up about him, and he couldn't even keep the Republicans in power in Virginia. She's got, Nikki Haley, January 30th. There's this big fundraiser here in New York City that's still on, even with Ken Langone, one of the hosts, who said that he wasn't going to keep pouring money down a rat hole if she didn't do well in New Hampshire. Tim Draper of Silicon Valley, big wig, February 6th, he famously funded Elizabeth Holmes in Theranos and stood by her imprisoned defrauding ass. So it just rolls on, the big money. And the New York Post writes that these people, these are vanity projects, and they just want to at least appear to their friends that they're not supporting Trump. This is disgusting.
Well, it's messing with a lot of people's lives. So if you're Nikki Haley, you're in a situation where you have the money to continue on, but you aren't seeing the support. So now she has to make a personal decision. What do I do? Because she's being told on a regular basis by these donors, you're the only answer, you're the savior. That's a hard thing to hear on a regular basis and then say, I'm going to give up, because you feel very pulled. You are either going to to let down the GOP and you're going to go up against Trump, or you're going to let down the donors, and where does your political career go from here? These are the puppet masters who think they have total control, and they have no control, and it's driving them crazy.
But political elites and the money elites tell these candidates how special they are and they're going to save America. But then you go to the ballot box and the American people don't actually agree with those elites. They have a different vision of where they want the country to go. But let's move to this. Is Nikki Haley, Donald Trump matchup giving anyone else a little bit of deja vu? Because Haley is sounding more and more like Hillary with her identity politics watch.
We were the only Indian family in our small southern town. I was teased every day for being brown. If you want to know what it was like growing up, I was disqualified from a beauty pageant because I wasn't white or black, because they didn't know where to put me. So look, I know the hardships, the pain that come with racism. And when you kick back, it hurts them more if you're wearing heels.
Looks like Nikki sounds like Hillary. And if you're wondering what she's up to, Hillary, I mean, it's this. I'm so embarrassed for it. But Tudor, I don't think in Republican politics, identity politics actually works. It doesn't resonate with anyone. We want people to stand up on their merit and their success and their ideas, not on that you're a brown girl in South Carolina or you're a woman.
Well, I've always said that campaigning in the negative like that doesn't help. It doesn't bring this sense of we're going to come back, we're going to be strong, I'm going to go out there and do this. I mean, I think that as a woman campaigning, man, I can tell you some stories that would rot your socks, but I don't. Because it doesn't make this country stronger for me to say, yeah, there are some real scumbags out there that treated me badly once. I don't care. I'm better than that. I'm going to bring this country back. And that's what I think we want to see from a woman who's campaigning right now. But I think we're at this point where it's like, you've got to get this voter, you've got to get that voter. And you can see, like you said, those people behind the scenes, you're the answer. You can see they're getting in her head and they're convincing her to say things that aren't helping her campaign.
Billionaires think they know politics. Kellyanne Conway always says this, and they're like, oh, you're so wonderful, Sean. Now let me write you a check. And they're they are completely disconnected from regular people. But in terms of identity politics, conservative women especially absolutely hate it. And when you're walking around, I said this yesterday, wearing a sweater that says, "She who dares wins." And that piece about, about wearing heels, it hurts them more when you're wearing heels. That was her launch ad. Conservative women look at that and think, you are as artificial as the saccharin that comes in those pink packets.
Right. I mean, I think that that's what
and
I'm
I
saying.
say that looking like a
But that's what I'm saying. People want, when you have a woman in this position, first of all, you're going up against what we see as a woman as vice president right now, which is pathetic. So we want to see that you're strong and you are just as capable as anyone else. And she has to work hard, twice as hard, because the woman who's out there right now looks so juvenile in the position of vice president.
Yeah, and we see what identity politics got us with Kamala Harris. Great.
Hillary's probably got some "I'm with her" T-shirts. Nikki, you can just scratch out the ER and write an ALEY. It'll work for you in South Carolina. You're at least still running there.
Sorry. Start selling those. All right, let's do this. Let's go to Michigan, where Governor Gretchen Whitmer, she teamed up with a potato to, quote, revolutionize higher education.
Hey, Governor Whitmer, how's it going?
Hi, Professor Potato.
This year, we will work together to make the first 2 years of community college tuition-free for every high school graduate.
And according to a new book, Biden wanted Whitmer over Kamala Harris as his VP. You sure about that, Joe? Listen, Tudor, you ran in this race. I got to tell you what, I watched the video. I'm embarrassed for her. This is stupid, ridiculous. Your take.
She beat me, and that's what we got.
Right.
I'm like,
I almost said that.
You're insulting our guest. He's the one who made us do this segment, too. Right. Slide over here next
but I love it, because I'm like, how much taxpayer money went to create Mr. Professor Potato with the mustache? I mean, everything about it is just cringy, right? And I'm like, Again, here with the TikTok videos, you know, nobody can have TikTok in the state of Michigan if you're elected unless you're Gretchen Whitmer. I'm like, now there have to be people on the Democrat side that are like, we need to ban it for everybody.
It's a potato.
Not because it's Chinese, but because of Gretchen Whitmer's videos.
It's a potato with teeth, which I found really creepy. And
Totally. But like in a gelatinous body, like it's
Yeah.
all.
oh, and she mentions in the beginning of the video Yukon Gold potatoes, which were invented in Canada. Like, why is she championing Canada? Can we convince Canada to take her?
Well, I mean, she does kind of mirror Trudeau's
Her politics would fit right
policies,
into
so she
Canada.
would be good there. Yeah, she would be fine. And energy, I mean, she can take it all. You know, she's made Canada mad though because she's trying to shut down Line 5, so even Canada won't take her.
I love it. But you know what? We're going to watch Michigan. It's going to be an interesting state. It looked in some of the recent polling, Trump was up in Michigan, Wisconsin as well. So fascinating. Tudor Dixon, always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for joining us in person.
I didn't mean to crowd your space.
Oh no, I love it.
No, we're not liberal. We just
Want to get away from me.
I know.
My offensive
I'll
topics.
take it with that sugary sweet outfit.